Guys, hope you're having a good week. I wanted to come on. We're going to talk a little bit about some language skills that you guys should have been learning last week, and then we'll continue on through this week. So this is going to be about subjects. We're going to talk about verbs. We're going to talk about subjects and verbs, and then we're going to talk about diagramming sentences, and that's something a little bit new that you may not have experienced last year in second grade. So I'm going to put this in front. Hopefully you guys can see. All right, when we're talking about subjects, the subject of a sentence is who or what the sentence is about. Nouns are often used as the subjects of sentences. Sometimes a sentence can have one subject. Sometimes it can have more than one subject. So let's look at our first sentence up here at the top. Jane and Mary ate a burrito. If we were looking at this, we would need to think of who is the sentence about? The sentence is about Jane and it's about Mary. So those are the only two that you would underline. Not and, just Jane, Mary. That is who the sentence is about. Father and mother flew to Texas. The subject of that sentence would then be father, mother. Okay. Grant, Jake, and Drew played basketball. The subject of that sentence then would be Grant, Jake, Drew. So that sentence had 3 subjects in them. Now let's look down here at verbs. A verb is a word that is usually a word that shows action. The bird flew away. Well, a key tip, a clue to tell you to find a verb would be first then to ask yourself, who is this sentence about? Who is this sentence about? The bird flew away. It is about bird. What is that bird doing? Flying away. So the subject of that, or the verb in the sentence would be flew, because the bird is flying. About the dog crawled under the fence. Let's find the subject first. The subject, who is the sentence about? The dog crawled under the fence. The sentence is about dog, and what is that dog doing? It's crawling under the fence. Alexa slept quietly. Who is the sentence about? It's about Alexa. What is she doing? Slept quietly. And the last one, the bees made honey. Well, who is the sentence about? It's about bees. What are they doing? Making honey. Okay? So those are subjects and verbs. Now I want us to look at some other verbs that not necessarily will show action. And some of those verbs are going to be words like am, is, are, was, and were. So in this sentence, the cat is yellow. Subject is cat. Is would be the verb. He is a good football player. Sentence is about he, and the verb is. I am at home now. I is the subject. Am is the verb. You are a true friend. You would be the subject. Are would be the verb. Now, if we're looking at both subjects and verbs together, let's look here. Sherlock Holmes was a famous detective. Kind of like what we've already been doing before. We need to find the subjects first. Sherlock Holmes, so if it's first and last name, you would underline both. Was is the verb in that sentence. The girls made some cookies. Just remember, it's girls, not the girls. Girls, and what did they do? They made some cookies. His dog played with a ball. Subject of the sentence, dog, and the dog played. Okay? All right, so now we're going to talk about something new that has started happening in your language skills, and that is diagramming subjects and verbs. And pretty much diagramming is just telling your teacher that you understand what subjects and verbs are. So, you have a sentence like, airplanes fly day and night. The very first thing that you are going to do when diagramming a sentence is to first determine what the verb is in the sentence. Or you can determine if it's the subject. Now, your directions on your paper say to determine the verb first, but sometimes it's easier to determine who the sentence is about and then what that subject is doing. So, the way that your paper says is to find the verb first. So, airplanes fly day and night. Subject is airplanes. What are they doing? They are flying. My mom bakes delicious pies. Who is the sentence about? It's about mom. What is she doing? She's baking. A happy bird chirps from the roof. Who is the sentence about? It's about a bird, not happy bird. Happy would be a different type of word that we have not yet talked about, but it's just bird. What is that bird doing? It's chirping. Okay? All right, so now that we've done, this is what I suggest you do first in a sentence. In the sentence, underline, circle the nouns or the subjects and the verbs. Then comes to diagramming. You draw a horizontal line, or a horizontal line if they do not already have one for you, but most all the time in your papers you will already have the line drawn for you. You will put the subject, you'll draw a vertical line, and then you will write the verb. So in this sentence, the subject is airplanes, the verb is fly. So here we would write mom, and the verb bakes. And here we would write bird, that's the subject, and chirps. Okay. Hopefully that helped to clarify a little bit about subjects and verbs and diagramming sentences. There is one more thing I want to talk about this week. You will learn about when to use there, and there. And I have just a little drawing to help me understand sometimes and help to me to remember when to use the correct word. I just wanted to share that with you. This word, T-H-E-R-E. If you think of the R with an arrow, use this word when you're talking about direction of something. T-H-E-I-R. Use this word there when you are talking about someone. And there, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E is talking about they are. And you can think of the apostrophe as an A. So when you're talking about when to use one of these words, remember there with the R-E is talking about direction. E-I-R, think of the person, the I being a person. And you're talking about a person when you use T-H-E-I-R. And then T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. Think of the apostrophe as an A. And when you read a sentence, say they are. If the sentence does not make sense using they are, then it's going to be either one of these two words. Okay. Hopefully that helps to for you to remember when to use each of those words. If you have any questions about either of these skills or anything else that we are learning about right now in language, send me a message and I will be happy to help you. Miss you guys. Hope you have a good one. See you later.